Oh my god, look at his eyes. Oh my god.
I'm actually gonna go change my skin.
Got you. I wanna go up the zip line. BLE. I think it's right here, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
See, this one up here. This one up here. Come.
Oh.
This one right there.
Shut up, KK.
Default. Okay. Big face. Bro, I live in UK and it's 11 p.m. at night right now. Of 11? God damn. It's 6:50. 10 minutes, 2. Yeah, so it's like, how many? It's like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's like 6 hours. It's 6 hours from here. I think. No, it's like 5. Yeah, 5 hours. I think you live in UK. I got a good UK accent. Yeah. Madam. Ah, I tried to do it. Hey, we finally got it, boss. Okay. When the okay, it's the you live in USA right now, right? We boy, yeah, I live in USA. I'm sorry. Yeah, I live in USA.
My
Does it
brother.
say that I'm in the stream, Jaden?
Yes.
Yes.
My brother's being annoying.
Who, your brother?
Yeah.
Everybody's going to the sit behind you.
No, the fuck, I'm not!
Don't cuss.
Don't cuss. I do this. I'm in the stream right now. You only cuss when I'm bored. Oh,
I can cuss whenever time I want!
I'm gonna beat the living hell out of him.
me too, bro. I do. You can cuss. Oh wait, can I do? Wait, can you do it? Wait, you can do that. Yeah, go up. So, how many minutes? I was saying 9, 8, 8. You stupid. 8 minutes.
7 minutes. 7.
Now it's 7, yeah. Oh, I got this damn. Wait, we can finish. I'm fine. Now look at. Ah, got it. No, I can't make it. I need more time. Whoa, I like the music though. I cannot emote. Da 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 da. What the? I just played it. My dude, what is that? Like it's so hard. Oh my goodness. Okay. Finally, we made it.
I can't emote, the frick.
Yeah, I know. Me either. It's like something special. Like when the show starts, you cannot emote either. Like, I missed that. Almost 5 minutes. 6 minutes. I repeat, 6 minutes. So, so we're going up there right now. Go again.
Oh, there's a screening. 5 minutes. Well,
Oh,
4
for real?
minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, look.
I wanna be there. Oh, 2 minutes. Oh, let's go. Finally, time. Oh, 4 minutes. Let's go. Stop. Let's just go. Woo. My dude, where are you? My dude, where are you? Jump. Jump, my dude. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's in the front. Oh no. Bro,
Y'all
where
can't
are
see
you?
me.
Yeah,
I'm
I cannot
Batman.
see
It's cause I'm Batman.
you. Oh, he's in here. You bought. Hey, what's up, brother from another mother? What's up? What's
That's not
up?
even me. There's like
I
nobody
don't.
around me.
You sure about that, buddy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know where you at. Is that you over there? Yeah, hi. Get the best view. Oh, what?
I
Oh,
don't
I
even
see
know
it.
where you are.
Bro. Oh, hi. I see you. Hi. I'm
What?
coming to you.
No,
I'm
you're
coming
not.
to you. Listen. No, get out the way, please.
Ah, you didn't make it.
What's up? How you doing?
What's me? I'm gonna watch
Okay.
the show from here.
What do you know? I gotta get the best view. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, I'm going down. Gotta get the best view in the seat. You know, not like this. But up
Once the show's
there.
about to start, I'll go come down. How many more minutes left till
And
the show starts?
2 minutes, 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Bet.
Get the best view. Is this the best view?
When
No,
there's 30
no.
seconds left, tell me, alright?
Wait, right here?
No,
Wait.
like, for the thing.
Uh, no. I'm talking to my viewer. Right here.
Tell me
Right
once
there.
there's 30 seconds left, alright?
This is good. Thank you, thank you. Okay, good. This is good. Okay. So it's in other languages. I freaking forgot. Ooh, this is Spanish. This is not Spanish. Nah, man. Hey, oh, bro, I found your sister. This is sister, sister. What? What?
Haha, la difa.
You are default? No, you're not. I. Oh, look at the
No,
default,
a default just tried to get it on where I was doing, like I'm jumping
bro.
around. And the default,
Everybody in the room. The default what? 1 minute and 20 seconds.
hey bruv, where are you, where are you?
I'm right here.
Wait, where?
I'm by the rock. By the
By
big
rock.
rock right here. I'm jumping.
Hey, I
Oh,
know.
what's up?
What's up, B? Is that
The 1 minute.
Chinese?
Yeah, this is Spanish. Okay, 50 seconds. Okay, on 5 we're gonna, no, on 10 we're gonna count down. Okay, kid? Okay, bruh? So sad.
Alright.
I'm so excited. Me too, me too, me too. What are you? The dude? The
Yeah?
dude? You were like shaking your head up and down. Like,
Okay, bruv.
okay, 30 seconds. When I say 10 seconds, we're gonna count down to 9, 8, you know.
No, 5
Oh,
seconds.
bro, look. It's getting, oh, the sun is going down. The sun is going down. Oh my
It's
god.
going down
Wait,
fast.
god dang. Oh, it's nighttime. Hey, it's not nighttime. Oh, look up. Look. Bro, look up. Wow. Okay. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I started. Wait, 1 minute. Shit.
Wait, I was too busy paying attention on the moon and the sun. Ah, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If I get copyrighted for this, I swear.
Yeah, me too. Just shut up and dribble. More than a bowl.
Hey everybody,
Got
I'm
you with
Carrie
the.
Champion. Welcome to
Oh!
We the People. So today
Wait, can I
we
turn
are
on
having
my
a
mic?
very candid conversation with
No!
athletes and
Wait,
artists who want to
guys,
make
I'm
sure
sorry.
that
Let me
you
turn on
use
my
your
stuff.
voice to vote. Voting
Uh,
is your voice. So we have so many different
gotta
issues
turn
that
off
are occurring in this
everything.
country. It's really truly unprecedented time. So I'm looking forward to
Take off.
these
This shit,
conversations.
dude.
I think you'll be educated as well as entertained, but most importantly informed.
Look,
We have morethanavote.org, moreweallvote.org, and fairfight.com. Those resources are imperative as we try to change our culture.
fuck in my boat. Hey. Just the man.
There's no way that we can talk about hip hop, or even the fact that we want to talk about
I'm
activism,
going.
black voter suppression, without bringing in this guy straight from Texas. We were talking about Bun B. He is an
Wait.
activist, a scholar,
Wait.
and an all-around gentleman. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Bun, I don't want to start heavy, but I guess I have to because that's where we are in the world today. It's heavy.
What do you wait?
And when you think about what needs to happen in this country in terms of change, what's the first thing that you think of?
Equality. That's pretty much the first thing that comes to mind, right? Black people need to be seen as
What's my
equals in
friend?
this
Oh,
world.
he's on there.
You know, we had to fight just to be recognized as a full citizen in this country and not 3/5.
The world is now seeing what we've known for so long in the culture and in the community. The one way that we can fight is obviously voting. Talk to me about what voting means to you.
I hear people all the time talk about one vote doesn't matter and that voting doesn't make a difference. If that's true, why do they work so hard to suppress the black vote? Because they
I'll do
understand the
this in
power
an
of the
instant.
vote. And so it's important that people collectively also
Yeah, hello. I'm
understand
sorry
the
about.
power of their vote. And not just on
Sí.
the national level,
Es
because a lot of
como.
times we only have this conversation every 4 years. People need to be very much involved in their own politics. They need to understand who their elected officials are, where they stand on
Huh?
issues that affect you. And you need to use your vote to either support the ones that
I know, right?
care about you and your condition, or to elect people who do. A newer initiative that we're dealing with
This
is
is like the whole
educating
family.
felons, right? So in the
What?
state of Texas, if you're a felon, right, if you've been to jail or to prison, and but you're no longer on probation or parole, you have the right to register to vote. Another thing
Sí,
that was
mire.
just brought to mind
Están
today
hablando
was
de
an
cosas.
initiative called Vote Orange, which is happening not just in Houston, but all over the country. If you're in jail currently, during pretrial, but you have not been convicted, like you're still in jail waiting for your day in court, you are still eligible to vote.
And you said something so key. They work so hard to hope that we stay uninformed and to suppress the black vote. If you could do one thing with this message that we're trying to send today about important voting rights, what type of images would you like for people to understand and see when they go to these polls and vote and when they cast their
Everybody still here?
ballots?
I think the images that we've all seen, you know what I'm saying, for decades in
Huh?
this country, if not centuries in this country, we've seen
No.
black people oppressed, we've seen black
It's
people
me.
attacked. So every time you
Yeah.
look back and you
It's,
see
oh, you
these
still here, bro?
black and white images of people of color being attacked by dogs or
What?
people of
Uh huh.
color being
You
sprayed
still
with
here?
bullets, that's what
Yeah,
they
I'm
were
still
fighting
here.
for back then. They were just
I'm
fighting
just
for the
trying to
right
watch it.
to vote. People like
Me,
Martin
me
Luther
too.
King Jr., people like Malcolm X, these people died to help us
En un
um,
rato.
be in the position to have the power to exercise our voices, to be able to cast a vote and make a decision about the people that have controls over our lives. So, I mean, if you in your own community see
Bro,
the reason
this
to
is
move,
getting
look
boring.
at a person like George Floyd. If the people in your city are not open to police reform, are not open to having a conversation about defunding the police, are not open to issues concerning economic equality,
Bon.
judicial
But
equality,
dude, it
racial
is boring,
equality,
but
right? If they're
it's thing
scared
about
to
the
say
people.
Black Lives Matter, you have the power to put people in those positions who do believe that Black Lives
About the
Matter,
people.
who do believe in racial equality, economic equality, judicial equality, right? Who
Oh,
see
that's too
us
close.
as human beings. And if the people in your community don't feel that way, vote them out. It's that simple. You just vote them out. We don't have enough
What
time to sit around
it's
and
about
expect them to change their mind.
racism
Yeah, Bumpy, you pointed
and
out something
racism
so important. We
and
have the
about
power,
the
and
people,
that
you
is in
know?
our vote, and that is with our voice, and
America,
that's how we use our
what
voice.
happened?
I think of where we are right now. People say this is a particular moment, but it is a movement, not just a moment, it is a movement.
Mami, están
Why,
hablando.
in your opinion, was it George Floyd's death? Why was that the
¿Ah?
chosen brutality
No,
for
yo no
almost
estoy
every
diciendo que
minority group
voten.
or so oppressed in
Ellos
this
están
country? And it
diciendo,
is
oh,
I think it's twofold, Carrie. In so many different
mucha gente,
encounters with people of color in court of law, it tends to lean toward the policeman's point of view, right? In this case, we saw very clearly what happened. I think the other thing is due to the fact that everyone was at home, basically during this time period in relation to the coronavirus. You couldn't avoid it, right? It was on every television station, it was on every social media platform. Everywhere you turn, you were constantly being invited in with this
Got you,
message.
bro.
You
Got
see in
you.
the interaction that
Got
the
you,
man
Jacob.
did nothing to deserve what happened to him.
That's right. I think so well said,
Okay.
because if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't worth it, and he didn't have to lose his life. I think that you touched on something that a lot of people talk
Huh?
about, and that is now defunding the
You're wrong,
police. That
teacher.
has been such a huge conversation, but there's so many misconceptions around defunding and dismantling. If you will, educate the audience.
All right, so most people, when they hear the term defund the police, they tend to think of, oh, they're going to take away our police department. Nothing could be further from the point. Defunding the police means that in certain communities, even Houston, take for example, we had over $1 billion allocated to our police force. Now, what is that money being used for? Some of that money tends to be allocated towards riot shield, right? Pepper spray, right?
Okay.
That kind
Pepper
of thing.
spray.
That's only
Yeah.
used against the people that fund this budget, right? So why
Uh,
would the people want to supply the
how many
police with the
going?
means
How
to
many people
repress them?
going to the
If the
sleep lounge?
police are concerned about the
Get out of
situation
here, something.
in certain communities with a higher crime rate, well,
Oh, I
higher
can't
crime
hear
rates
nothing.
tend to happen
Okay.
in communities where there's not
What happened?
there's not
No.
employment opportunities, right? There's not a lot
No
of
way.
social
I just messed
services.
it up.
People are going to do what they need to do
No.
to
Let's
take care of
go. I
themselves and
thought I
their
messed it
families.
up.
And when
That's
the
okay.
community has more opportunities for
Ah! I was
employment,
gonna scream
more
so hard.
opportunities for upward mobility, then they tend to
So
be
he's
a
a
less of a
rapper,
strain on
a
the
Christian
government. They tend
activist.
to have a lower crime rate. And because of that, we'll have less need for the police in those communities.
You are passionate about so many different things in
No,
terms
get
of
out.
making sure that we are holding
You
our
are
leaders
one of the
accountable.
best
Talk to me
streamers.
about
You
some of the other
listen
projects that you're
to
working
your
on.
viewers
Well, right
and
now,
do
obviously,
everything
being
they
a part of
ask
More Than a Vote is essential.
for.
We're dealing
And
with
when I
primaries in this
ask
country
for the
right now,
business, you try
and
to
we
get it.
just want to educate
Uh,
people. We want to inform people
you
because
are
people are
the.
tired, they're
You
angry,
are the.
they're concerned, and they
Thank you,
want
bro. I
information and they
think
want
you're gonna say
action.
in the finish,
And so
you are
we
the
want to
best,
make
right?
sure that we give them the right information
But thank
and
you,
lead
bro.
them in the
You don't
right
gotta say
direction. And
I'm
we
the best.
thank
But
the
thank you,
people that
thank
do
you.
not look like
See,
us who are
I just
standing
like
with us right now, because
that's
it's
my
very
streamers, you
important
know. I
that
mean, my
people
viewers.
who aren't black be involved, because if black people could have gotten rid of racism, we would
I'm
have done it
black,
hundreds of
so I
years
know
ago.
everything
And
about this.
so I'm trying to use my voice and my platform just
Oh,
to
what the
let people
fuck? Bro,
know that
will
if
you
they
stop?
feel like I do,
I do.
there's a
You want
number of
on?
places they can go to enact
What's my?
change in their community. People
See,
need to
look,
know about how the
buddy,
city council runs. They need to know that they
buddy,
have
still here.
the ability to speak when city council meets.
I
So we
know
let them
him
know
and
that that's not the way that they feel
yeah.
their city needs to be run. Those are
Thank you,
not the
bro.
places that they
Yeah.
feel the money of their
And
community needs to be allocated.
His name is
Bubby,
Bond.
even
That's
a
funny.
step further, they can
Everyone, can you give me
run
some
for
bombs?
office in another
Ha!
community. They can run for
No, I'm kidding. I'm
positions, and
kidding.
people act like
Can you
they
give me a
leave that to
hamburger?
somebody else. If you're
A
upset,
burger.
it's not hard to
Bomb.
get on the school board. It's not hard to be a part of the city council. It
Burger.
really isn't.
Yeah.
And depending on how small your town is, you could be a mayor. It's the power is with the
Of
people, and
people.
we need to just
With the
know that that's
people.
happening.
With the
Absolutely. And it's always
people.
been with the people. You know, if you look at Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fulton, right? She felt that there was a system of racism and a system of oppression that led to her son's death. And so what did she do? She ran for city council and she was elected
Yeah.
city council. Our own former
Yeah,
president
sir.
before, Barack Obama,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
Started in the
yeah.
community as an
So let's
activist,
do
ran for an elected
this
position,
thing.
became senator,
Oh,
ran
Christmas
for another
Switch.
elected
Ooh.
position and became president of the United States. So don't think that you can't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot of
Wait,
money. You
wait.
don't need a
I
lot
got
of
this game,
power. Your
but
voice
a
is
good
enough
one.
to
I'll be
make a
right back.
difference.
Oh my
Amen.
god,
I
look
feel
at
like I need
everybody
to go
like
out and
seeing
run for
that.
something. You
Hey,
gave
I
me a
come here, what's
rousing
up, bro?
speech there, sir. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this. When
Okay,
I talk to
I'll be right.
my brothers, I have to ask you, as a
I'll
black man,
be
how are you
right
doing? Are
there.
you
Wait,
okay?
wait.
I'm good. I'm
Let me
good.
change
I
this
have a
kid for
very
a
strong
second, and then I
relationship
change
with
back.
God. So
So
prayer
that's my
definitely works for
kid
me.
is
I
here.
have
Let's
children
go
and
back.
grandchildren who are watching me, who are encouraged by what I do, and they're proud of me
Now
for
we
what I
gotta
do,
wait for a
and that's
second.
really what matters, The change starts
It's
at home,
me.
so as long as you have a support system that believes in what you're doing and supports you in what you're doing, you have everything you need to go out there and fight the good fight. And for those that don't, there's a community of people here to help you. So you can go to places like morethanavote.org. There are many different places that
We're
will
going up
encourage you
there
and
with the
inform you,
people.
and they will put you with groups of people that
Because
feel like
before.
you, that are ready to take action. So no one has to go about this alone if they want to do it.
We're
Okay.
stronger together.
How
People have
they
been saying it, but that
how
has much more
did
meaning
you get
now
the
that we
barba?
are movement,
If my
not
dad
just this
wouldn't let
movement.
me.
Fun B, it has been an
I got the battle
educational
pass.
pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
I
Have a great
buy
one. Bye
it
bye.
with
Keep up the good fight.
my own money. Hey, okay, we changing our stuff. Okay, 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 okay. I like. Oh,
So
I
our
just
next
think
guest,
Sorry,
we
I'm
have
watching
Dream,
Dream.
but there are so
Wait,
many
what?
different people that we could talk to, and I thought it was so
What you say, bro?
important
I'm
that we
watching
speak with
Dream.
her. You know her as Molly on the huge
He
successful
watching
show
who?
Insecure, HBO's
Yeah, he
Insecure.
watching something. I
She
don't know what he
also has a
watching.
comedy
Go,
special highlighting her Nigerian roots, and she's
go
an
up there.
amazing
Yeah.
podcaster. Let's welcome in Yvonne Orji, everyone. You have such a beautiful way of making things
And
funny,
the
giving us
wait,
our medicine
say
music
John.
candy, right? The
Oh,
humor and the
oh, I
healing.
see.
You
Oh,
bring it
wait, she
all
sing the freaking.
to your space.
I got
And
this
right
movie.
now, as you look
I
across
got it
this
with my
country
own
and how everyone
money.
is so
I
broken
asked
and
my
so
mom
upset
and my
because of
dad
the social
if I
injustices
could
that
get
are
it. They said
occurring,
yes,
this
so I bought
oppression,
it
this unemployment, the
and I
list goes
got
on
it.
and on. How are you doing,
I got the
quite frankly?
last season Battle Pass too, so
You know, I am.
please
I'm
testing it.
rediscovering self in a way that I that is hard
Oh,
but necessary,
ooh,
that will lead to ultimate joy. I know it sounds
ooh, yes sir.
like a lot, but
Yes
no, I
sir.
think I personally think that God put all
Oh,
of
these
us
are
on a
YouTubers.
global
Yes, these
timeout,
are
and we just,
YouTube YouTubers.
America hasn't done as good as other people
Dude,
when it comes to
I kind of
Tyrone,
want to
because
watch
everyone
it.
else is out playing at recess, and we're still in the principal's office hoping and wishing we can come out. But I think that if we
Kind of
took
want to
time
watch it,
out
you know?
and really learn the lessons that we're supposed to learn from this season, I think we'll emerge better. We'll learn how to play well with others in more ways than one. And so personally for me, I'm taking this time to learn me in a new way. I feel like I'm
I'm
being ushered
following
into a new
them.
season, and I'm getting still, because sometimes the busy uh, confounds
Look at my brother.
the work that we're supposed to actually be doing. We're busy doing other stuff, but we got work that we need to do on the inside. And I'm like, I'm leaning into it. I'm like, dang, I thought I was gonna be able to rest like everybody
Oh,
else.
you can
And God's
see
like, no, we
it
got work to do.
too.
You know what? And I think that's what everybody is saying about 2020. It's demanding that we be better. And you said it's a global timeout. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it's like everyone sit down, be humble, to quote the great prophet Kendrick Lamar.
Kendra
But like,
Lamar.
no, seriously, sit
Oh,
down and let's reevaluate some things. Let us
hey, hello?
unearth and shake up the things
It's
that we have been trying to hide within ourselves, within our nation. I think America is going through an unraveling right now, a much needed, a much necessary
oh,
one.
my
And I think
friend is
all
streaming
eyes
to
on us,
go
right?
follow
We're
him
getting
on his
so, oh,
YouTube
I was on
channel.
the subway for an hour, so I didn't miss that thing that happened.
Okay,
No,
I will
everybody was
be
home.
right back.
Everybody,
Jacob,
was watching when
bro, good
George
luck,
Floyd
but
died,
I'm
and
going to ask
everybody, no one could
all
hide
the
it.
streamers
Everyone was
take
watching when Amy Cooper
break and
called the
just
cops. Like,
leave.
this is a time where it's like, oh, we can't pretend
See
it's
ya.
safe. We can't
See you
excuse
later.
it
I'm gonna
away.
stream
No,
later
no, no, no,
too.
no. It's a global
See
timeout.
ya.
Sit down, watch, and let's learn. And globally, it's like, hey, we were going
Bye.
business as
I wanna end my
usual,
stream.
but it ain't usual no more. Like that's old. Anytime change occurs, it's very uncomfortable. And so right now we're sitting with we're getting we're getting comfortable with the uncomfortable.
The minorities, we've been comfortable with being uncomfortable because that to me explains just the existence for whatever we want to do, how we break into our careers, how we live our lives, how we find ourselves one with you. We're cursed, and that's a lonely road. When you look at and when you talk about this global timeout, everybody had to pay
Mire, mire,
attention
hay
to
otra
America.
gente hablando
Everyone
de
had to pay
cosas
attention to
diferentes.
George Floyd.
Está,
How is that
oh,
helping us as a people, as a country, during what we're
hay
going through?
película esta, la
I
otra.
think, well, one, we're not minorities, Carrie. You already know it. It's like these labels
Sí,
that they put on us.
perfeita.
It's like the same way of saying like black on black violence. Also, there's no white on white violence. It's branding,
Yeah,
right? It's all
yeah,
branding.
you're right. You're
And it's
right.
like white people kill white people every single day. So no, there is no black on black violence. And if you say black on black violence, well then let's brand white on white violence. Like, I watch Investigation Discovery. Ain't too many of us being featured. So, I just even like, but to answer your question, what does that do? I think what everyone expected is what has happened in the past when the world was still open, right? In that, okay, you had everyone, from Trayvon Martin to Castillo to Sandra Bland, you had all of these lives lost, and Black people made some noise. We rioted, we got out in the streets, we started the Black Lives Matter movement, all of those things. And then white people kind of just like, oh, let's give them something, and then it's just like, is it over? It's like Oscars so black. Okay, okay, good. We gave some Oscars. Are we good now? Like, are we even?
Hmm.
And it's now it's just like, oh, no, 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 no. This is not about like a band-aid. It's like, yo, we might have to amputate the leg a little bit, but it's all right because we're gonna by amputating the leg, we're gonna save the body. And so I think that's what's happening now. Like, America is realizing, like, oh, black people aren't just making a little bit of noise. Like, the protests are still out, the conversations are still being had, the change is still being demanded. And I think they're seeing, oh, this is not going no way. And no, it's not, because we need systematic change.
What a beautiful way to explore what is happening and describe our country. We might have to amputate the leg, but that's to save the body. That's what's happening right now. That's beautiful, Yvonne. And to that end, I have to ask you this, because the way that we do that, we use our voice. And our voice right now in this world, in this country, is our vote. And everyone talks about voting and how important it is, but I feel like more than ever, we understand that it's not just about voting every 4 years for the next Congress. It's about your local elections. It's about the mayor. It is about the district attorney, the people who have the power to bring charges against police if police brutality is an issue in your community. If you care about your school district, you can run for the school board. I ask this of you, right? Your parents are from Nigeria. You are Nigerian. You talk about that very lovingly. What does voting mean for you?
I think voting is power. I remember, I became a naturalized citizen back in the 90s, when because I was still a minor. My mom naturalized, and so we were able to do it under her. And just even that power of, like, we are American citizens, and all the access that we have by being citizens. One of those accesses and those access to power being voting. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because not only are we do we have the opportunity to be in this country, but now we can be of the country. We can be of the systems. We can be of the rules. We can be of what it actually affords. But I think, going back to your earlier comment about just the setup of systems, I think we are done a disservice. Either it's schools or whatever it is, and I'm not putting teachers on blast. I think teachers do a phenomenal job, but for some reason, we do not, and give them all the raises. I know too many parents who are like, I might, this child of mine, I do love them, but hey, who, where can I drop them off? And I do think that there's a disservice done because, again, when we talk about voting, to your point, we talk about every 4 years. It's important to vote for the presidency. We don't realize, like, oh, snap, we actually can vote about, like, how much our libraries get. It's like small things like that, but they make a big difference.
When you think of voter suppression in this country, what does it look like for you?
It's the systems. When we talk about voter suppression, we also talk about systematic racism, right? It's all the systems that set up, and we've normalized. Okay, maybe your job will give you a half day, or maybe you'll be able to get this luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury. It should be built into the system. It should be built into the fabric of how we vote. But maybe you'll be able to get this luxury in order to enable you to go vote. Think about everything disenfranchised, marginalized Black person has to endure in a day. So in a day, you need to get to work. If something happens to your car, if something happens to your child care, if something happens to, there's so many factors along the way that can send you into a tailspin as an American. And then you add on as a person of color. If you're just trying to get to vote and you already have to go through all of these hurdles and hoops in your everyday life, imagine the one day when your voice really is supposed to matter the most in this country. But then you also see all the times that you tried to have your voice matter, and then it's been shut down, repressed, told it doesn't matter. And then you're kind of like, what's the point?
How do we keep hope though? If I'm watching this right now, I want to I how do we as a people stay
Hello.
hopeful? How do we believe in the promise that these quote unquote forefathers have given us?
Because have you met Black people? By default, Like hope is infused in our DNA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like by the like if we haven't been broken now through be it through slavery, through
Give
capitalism,
it to me.
through
Give it to me.
colonization, through
Yeah,
segregation,
you're right.
through I mean, listen, the history of black people in this country is we were three-fifths people.
Hmm.
That's it.
At one,
That was a
So yeah.
written law. And look at us now. We are whole. We are black girl magic. We are
Uh,
black boy joy. We are, you know what I'm saying?
hmm.
What I think about in terms of giving us hope, right? We're making a lot of people nervous right now, Carrie. We're making a lot of people
Ben,
nervous right now because they're like, dang, we put all these obstacles in their way, and these jokers are resilient. But that should give us hope. That should give us hope that like we can't stop, won't stop. I mean, I went to the school of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag Harlem shaking it right now. Can't stop, won't stop. And I think that's our motto. We can't stop voting and we won't stop voting. We can't stop marching and we won't stop marching. We can't stop thriving and we won't stop thriving.
to that end, because you led me directly there, I've been asking everyone who's appeared on this platform, what does activism look like? And I feel like back in the day, we had an idea. Yes, it is marching. Yes, it is protesting. Yes, it is speaking out against things that we feel are not right or unjust. But talk to me about what activism looks like for Yvonne Orji.
Listen, activism, I think the beauty of activism is that it has many faces, right? You're going to have the people on the front lines. Like, you know what? Martin Luther King marched, but there were a lot of women who were in the homes like, hey, BT Dubs, when they come back, this is how we support all the people who are marching on the front lines. And we're going to be here doing what we know to do best here. And you know what? Somebody needs to bail them out of jail so now we need to be in the community, getting money or whatever it is. So it's like everybody has a position to play. And so play your position like a shortstop, bro. So whoever you are and whatever you do, play your position. So activism could look like, you know what? I'm not the one that's built to be on the front line, but you know what? My pockets go deep, so I'm gonna support the people on the front line. I'm a comedian.
body movement
Black
and
joy is a form of activism.
There's always a call for
body
entertainers or celebrities
body
who have a
movement.
platform to do something. Why aren't you speaking out? I'm not a believer in thinking that it's mandatory. Like you said, everyone can be an activist and be activated in different ways. But talk to me about the
Body
passion.
movement 50
Talk to me about
meters.
visualization in your world and how
I
you
think
feel like it even inspires you to say more and use your platform to do more.
Beneath the surface of what we do, like Nash says, it's the the who, right? The who is the person who's going to be like, hey, let me call this out. Either blind racism in terms of overt racism, in terms of ways that we can be better, in terms of ways that we can actually be more uplifting to the community that you may not even realize that you're serving.
Before I let you go, talk to me about the urgency, in your opinion, for people to vote, our people to get out and vote this coming election.
Yeah, I mean, guys, 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 if you think you're tired now, I'm telling you right now, we cannot take this sitting down. We can't take this jokingly. I understand that it may be hard to figure out who to vote for, but at the end of the day, we got to vote for our families. We got to vote for our legacies. We got to vote for continued progress. We have to vote for upward mobility. We have to vote for equality in a way that is long lasting. And if we succeeded before, we can do it again. You talk about the hope. This is the time. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to pretend a way that we haven't made progress. We have. There's still much more to be done. And you know what? We might have to get to a point where we pass the baton to our children and our children's children, but we still have work to do now for that generation.
Yvonne Orgy, you are everything. You are Molly, but you are not Molly. But I love you so much as Molly on HBO's Insecure. You are an amazing podcaster, Jesus and Jola. Shout out to Lovey. And then we also have movies. Like you, the world. You're a model, a cover model. Also, wait, don't let me forget your hugely successful stand-up comedy special on HBO. Girl, I mean, you're doing it all, and I am so grateful. You're truly the dream, not just the American dream. You're the black girl, brown girl, do it all dream, the immigrant dream, everything. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. I really, really mean that from the bottom
Thank
of my
you.
heart. Yvonne Orji, ladies and gentlemen, nothing but the best and excellence personified. Thank you so much, my friend.
I love you so much, Mama. Mwah.
Yeah, la la.
So, Atlanta has been one of the hotbeds in terms of political unrest and social injustice. We've seen so much happen in that city, and we've also seen so much come from that city, including one of our very own founding fathers of the civil rights movement, and that's Martin Luther King Jr. But right now, we want to welcome in someone who has used his platform to talk about voting, to talk about racial injustice, and how he's trying to help. Atlanta's very own Russ joins us now on We the People. Russ, I'm not going to fan out and tell you what some of my favorite songs were that I listened to repeat on yours. We're going to get to the topic at hand. So, we
Amazing.
got to talk about recently you did an interview where you shared your outlook on culture and music. And you also were very candid about the fact that you have a privilege and that it's necessary for you to give back. Tell everybody about what that means.
As like it's very obvious, I'm white and I'm in black culture and I'm benefiting financially off of it. So I feel like if you're a white person financially benefiting off of black culture, you have to put finances back into black culture. It's just that simple. The screenshots with your feelings, it just comes off like fake empathy because it comes off very dismissive and very oh, that sucks for y'all. But anyway, back to what I was doing.
Have you felt that way always, or is it now because of the time of where we are in this country?
I've always had the feeling. I think now it's just obviously elevated. It's a new level, and there's new. It's to the point now where you can't. First of all, you can't not say anything. Second of all, though, I just think saying something isn't enough anymore. I think if you have the ability to put money back into a culture that you're financially benefiting from, you have the ability to. You should.
It's interesting that you talk about it in that way because some people do believe that silence is the best way to go because it's hard to talk race, especially if you're white and you're in the black culture. People just feel as if they can't talk about it. They feel awkward. They feel as if they don't have the privilege or the voice or the words. How do you find yourself right now in terms of interacting with people when they want to talk to you about social injustice, police brutality, what's going on in this country right now?
Well, first of all, picking and choosing whether you want to be silent or not about race, that's a privilege in and of itself. But no, I mean, I try to just do my best to listen to the black people around me and the educated black people I have in my life. So I do my best to not act like I have all the answers for everything, especially in a culture that I'm not from. But that's why when we decided to raise the money for Black Lives Matter organizations, when we raised 500,000, we got on the phone with some of the women who started Black Lives Matter. I got on the phone with Tamika Mallory. I was on the phone with Karen Civil and talking with my friends to make sure the money went to like the correct places, and people who really need it. It's just about listening. That's
Well,
all. It's about listening.
let's talk about that for a moment because the way I think of activism for me, it looks very differently. It's not necessarily just protesting on the front lines. I think that's great. But what about being an activist in the way in which you have decided to be one? What inspired you? What did it look like? You said you raised money for Black Lives Matter. What did you do?
Mm-hmm.
Walk us through everything that you did and how you find yourself in this moment right now.
So for me, it was 3 years ago. I had like a string of festivals, and I decided that I was going to wear T-shirts with a message on them because I figured, what better, what better time to use a platform than in front of a bunch of people. So one of the T-shirts I wore was, "If you want to change the system, speak up. White silence is pro racism. The whole thing." And it didn't really it kind of got swept under the rug back then, but when all this stuff started happening again, and it's been happening, the police brutality against innocent black people, I was like, man, I'm not the biggest artist in the world, and I certainly don't have the most white fans in the world, but I got a good amount of people that I can definitely mobilize and turn into some money. And I know they're down for the cause because it's merch, it's a good thing. And I've always been outspoken anyway, And so, how am I going to be in black culture and not be outspoken about racism?
And then I got to ask you this because you grew up in Atlanta, so that gives you a heads up, depending for so many people, because you're in the crux of that beautiful black city where there are so many wonderful black leaders, home of so much great music. and things that speak to our culture right now. And we are really, really getting our word out, especially with this platform today, and saying
Mhm.
that we must use our voice to vote. Talk to me about what the importance of voting for you in this upcoming election.
Yeah, so full transparency, I had never voted before, ever. Um, and because I was one of those people who was like, my vote doesn't matter, and and I don't know, maybe it's because I was younger, maybe it's because I really thought that, or I don't know, but I just think that it's got to, now this is a bit of a privilege to say it's got to a breaking point for me because obviously it's been past the breaking point for Black people, but I think that as a whole, the young people need to get out and vote because we're the ones that never show up. You know what I mean? We never show up to vote, but we're the future. So it's like, look, we got to go out there and vote, and then whatever happens, happens. But at least we did our part. You got to do your part.
You're very candid in saying that you just decided to vote. And I think there's a beautiful irony in the fact that you have your fans saying, because of you, I'm voting.
Right.
And there's something beautiful about that. But I want to know why now for you? Why in this moment is it important for you to vote? And what hit your spirit to say, yes, this is the time to do it?
Honestly, because I think that George Floyd really uh, woke up a lot of people who, including myself, who I was vocal and outspoken about racism. I put it in my lyrics. I put it on T-shirts. I would talk about it in
Hello?
interviews. Like, I was vocal about it. But
Hello?
that
Hello?
video in that moment, I think me along with a lot of other people just kind of was like, all right, like words are simply not enough anymore. We gotta do something, whether it's raising money, whether it's voting or all the above. Like we got to do something, and
I'm done watching Dream.
I'm ashamed that it
Wait,
took
what were you
that
watching?
for me
I was
to
watching
be like,
Dream,
I need
the
to raise
best
money
Minecraft
and I
player
need to
out
vote.
there.
It's a shame.
Oh, party
And
moving in 5
I guess it
minutes.
snapped
We
a bunch
moving
of
in
people
5
out of it,
minutes.
And even if you were vocal and whatnot,
I thought you were
it's
watching
time to
Dream the
act
whole
and put your
time.
money where your mouth is. It's time to
We've
do
been
work.
here the whole
It's
entire
time to just
time.
stop talking about it
Yeah,
anymore.
they only like
And
talk
it's been
to
time
3
for that,
people
but
already.
like I said, I'm ashamed that it took me this
I ended
long to
my
actually
broadcast
really,
because
really be about it.
my
But I'm doing
viewer
it.
said,
So, Russ, we all know
bye,
that this is going to
it's
be your
kind of
first
boring, I'm
time
gonna leave.
voting.
I said,
Tell
okay.
me what that
Yeah.
experience is going to be like for
It's
you in
been
terms of what
42
you're excited
minutes.
about.
I think what it's gonna do for me. It's gonna
Even
let
32
me
minutes
know
for
that
me.
I'm contributing to something bigger than myself, and I'm
You're like 10
actually
minutes,
putting
like,
my money where my mouth
away
is, and
from
I'm
me.
being about it because, for so long, and I know I'm not alone with this,
I thought
but
you were watching Dream the whole
standing
time.
on the
Yes,
outside and
I've
just
been
screaming
watching
about
Dream the whole
this or
entire
that,
I
time.
and this
thought
should
you were
change, and
watching with me. I
it's
was
like,
like,
all right, but did you
hello,
vote?
hello, hello. I was
No,
in your
I was
face.
So
watching Dream.
I know it's gonna feel good to know that I played
Oh
a
yeah,
small
OG
role,
people like
and that's the problem. I think the
Ghost
mentality
Troopers
of like,
came over here and sit right next to you because they saw you were seeing stuff like comment.
Let's see if somebody's on.
I invited my friends to our PS4 party.
I know.
Hey, what's up? Hello, Gomez. It's kind of boring now. I don't know why. I don't know who you are. Ooh. You guys.
Nah, that person ain't
Congratulations
on.
were required. You have been given a platform. We are so grateful for you, Russ. Philanthropist,
I already
artist,
did this.
everyday activist, first time voter. We appreciate you for joining
yes,
us today.
thank you, I appreciate y'all.
Oh, party in 2 minutes. I think it's gonna end in 3 minutes, bruh.
Yeah, la
Yeah.
la.
So, cities
Yeah.
like Atlanta and
We only
Chicago
got
have
2 minutes to watch
voted
this. Where
for
you at?
elections,
Oh, you
especially
right
during
here.
this
Okay.
election year. We're talking about
You
racism
must.
as well as
You
police
moved.
brutality. And what we can do in
I
this
do move.
moment, again, we're continuing our
Hey,
conversation,
what the?
letting you know that your voice is your vote and your vote is your voice. We can
I look at
change
my skin.
where we are in this country. But
The
right now, we're
state
looking at
trooper.
Chicago Cubs right there. Jason Hayward, I appreciate you. I brought in
Oh, I
Atlanta
know this
and
dude.
Chicago because I know you grew up in the
He,
metropolitan area
he, I
in
see
Atlanta, more
him.
specifically basically
I
knocked him
went to one
out
of
for
this of his
technical.
game. But it's
I've
not boring,
really
but
just been here
And you
24/7.
have been very vocal
bro.
throughout this
I
There's
got
entire
money
nothing to
like
do.
that.
because of what our country's been
Okay, this
experiencing.
2 minutes.
Let's look at the past month and a half.
Seven to
What has been the
35.
hardest thing
We
for
are
you to
done.
do?
The hardest thing for me to do this last
In
month
2 minutes.
from providership
Woo.
down to us being called to action. We've had
Bro,
police brutality situations.
you don't know what happened,
Protests
bro.
being
It
targeted
glitched.
with messages
This
that
TV
are
glitched for like a
anti-black,
minute or so,
messages.
and we were like, "What happened? What happened?"
With all the chaos going on, people would actually hear from a reasonable, respectable person who cares about them.
Right now,
Reasonable, respectable
I just
person,
been sitting here watching it.
which leads us to
Oh, and I want to get some ice
as a
cream too.
collective of Black
I'm
athletes
still
and
watching it for the ice cream.
artists, you are a part of that. Talk to me about why that's important for you right now and this being a part of that collective.
To me personally, it's
You
important to be a
watch
part
it.
of that because, I've somewhat used baseball
Okay, I'll be right
as an
back.
excuse to
It's
not
deep.
get more involved in
Yeah.
life. But I can't
I'll
help
be
but
right back. I want to
use
get more ice
baseball
cream.
and
Alright.
Okay?
continue to get educated.
Alright.
I'll be right
And
back.
also
Alright.
show people like at any moment in time, any walk of life, we can make a difference.
So tell me in your words, what does activism look like for you?
In my words, it looks like LeBron James, the biggest athlete right now on the planet, speaking up and breaking the ice for everyone. And I think for the first time, people see what he did from us. So now we have white teammates, we have teammates, we have other people speaking up and realizing, okay, like this is how we go about doing this. And to me, right now, social media, athletes speaking up, entertainers speaking up, like we're trying to do it more than a vote.
You said something I thought was so key because covering sports for so long, I know that it's tough for black players specifically in Major League Baseball to talk about how they feel. Adam Jones did it in a very eloquent way early on, but there are very few that are vocal. You said you all were afraid. Why use that word and why were you afraid?
We were afraid because in 2019 there were 68 of us total, and there are 38 teams with 25-man roster on each team, and with 40-man roster, it's 40 teams
Hello?
as well.
Hello?
But there are many of
What
us,
happened?
so
Nothing.
we're out fighting in a sense
My
because we're
dude,
not always
I
available
ready
for
up.
our teammates and our clubhouses. And to get to this
My
point,
dude,
we've
I
had to do
cannot
some
look.
things
I'm not looking at the stuff. I'm to hear it.
I left.
We done to lobby. My dude, if it's gonna get it, I think I'm just gonna